Hey, what's up? My name is Kate. I'm a licensed counselor and makeup artist just getting ready for work. I'm gonna do my concealer as foundation routine. And yeah, just took some Dayquil and I think I'm gonna be on the mend hopefully. I had that thing where the head congestion, it all drains into your chest as you sleep at night. So I woke up this morning like, oh my God. But hopefully it's the last time. Hopefully that means it's coming to the end. Because I already had a sinus thing and a chest thing, both in the past like 2 weeks. So I just was not expecting it to happen again. But it did, and we're dealing with it. So I think my son is not feeling well either because he's been coming into my bed at night and kicking me with his little feet. That's what I had to kind of talk about today was like, I'm happy that I'm like feeling a lot of love towards my children lately. And I don't want to sound like, oh, well, there was a time where I didn't. Um, I think what helped me when I went back to work full time after I had my first baby, and she had reflux and was really tiny, and it was like hard to leave her somewhere at 3 months and go back to work. And then, it was hard like adjusting back to the workplace and everything. Although I liked it, I always kind of enjoyed my profession in general and like what I do, but and having that like adult time. Um, Sorry, I got way off topic. What helped me was when I was talking about that it was kind of difficult. Um, One of my coworkers said, the first year is hard. And I'm not gonna say the second year wasn't also hard, but like it just helped to hear that. It helped to put a timeline on it and have a light at the end of the tunnel and be like, yes, your perception is valid that this experience is absolutely ridiculous with the constant waking up and the constant crying and everything about your life is just flipped upside down. At least for me, it was like that. I think some people adjust better than I did. But it came to my mind again recently because I read a comment online, someone talking about having young children, and it was something along the lines of like, who in their right minds would enjoy this? And I feel like my kids are 5 and 7 now, and I've heard this before too. Like, they really get to an age where like they become fun, like in the beginning, especially more like during the baby and toddler stages, like it's just not rewarding, and it's not really meant to be, I don't think. Like they're so cute and you do it because you love them and because you're kind of panicked. Um, but it's really getting to the point where like they're like my favorite people. Like that's another thing I've heard too. It's like not only my favorite child, but my favorite person. Like they have their own little personalities and I'm kind of like reinforcing or like loving myself, like who I am, because of the way I parent. That's not to say I'm a perfect parent. I'm definitely not. There are moments where I do the wrong thing and I struggle and whatever. But I really, one thing that I've always felt was right was to be child led, meaning I kind of just like put my attention on them and let them like guide what we do. And I kind of like consider their experiences and just try to like learn about them rather than like putting a lot on them. And I'm not saying like I think people, especially people who are like teachers who are naturally like that type who are able to guide learning and guide children. Like I wish I had more of those skills, but I don't. And I felt bad about myself that I'm essentially like not a preschool teacher. Like I don't always like constantly like come up with activities for them to do and just kind of let them be bored or whatever. Um, but I guess I've grown to like love and accept myself as the good enough parent that I am, through the process of just kind of trial and error and raising them. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to talk about all that, but it's a lot, like being a mom. It does a lot to your brain and to your personality and your life, and um it can be a hard thing to talk about. I kind of touched on this last time that I'm a sorry if I kind of trailed off there. I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm just going to go in with this shade from the modern renaissance all over. I was telling my kids that like they're lucky to have each other. Oh, because they've been in this phase where they're just like fighting with each other like nonstop. And I think a lot of what I've learned is because like I think I had shared that like I'm a relatively isolated person. Like just my temperament, an introvert, um, and also I'm an only child. So I think people with siblings are at such an advantage for just like dealing with others and like understanding other people and a lot of that stuff. Like I kind of feel like an alien, like I've had to learn things that are just like intuitively known by most other people. But that's okay because that's part of my journey. Um, I really like this top. I've had it for such a long time. It makes me think of like, it makes me feel Victorian, like just that kind of style. I'm gonna go in with a little gray liquid liner to match. So yeah, I took care of the kids this morning and then took a nap when I got back. Did some meditation and fell asleep. And I feel kind of bad about like not being productive, but oh my god, this thing is leaking so bad. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, please hold. What was I saying? Um, felt bad for taking a nap, but I have 3 clients this afternoon, so I don't feel too bad because it's like a busy day. Whoa, that's a brush tip. I forgot about that. This gold shade from Modern Renaissance is so pretty all over the lid, and I forgot how much I love liquid liner pen. Like, I used to wear liquid liner like this on the top lash every single day. And then my eyelids started aging. As you can see, they kind of like are hooded and it skips over it. But I'm happy I've been kind of rediscovering it, my love for it. Okay, I brought over this ABH little liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood. So pretty on the cheeks. Like the moussey formula. Really nice. I love ABH. Okay, I'm gonna do my lashes and see what I can do with this hair. I guess just to wrap up my thought from earlier, like, it's okay to grow into love. I think there's kind of a panic if people don't feel, if people judge themselves that they don't feel the right way about their children right away, but especially when they're born, there's like kind of a get to knowing them process sometimes, and like that's okay. And especially as they grow and develop and become more into personhood, I think the love definitely, there's so much um opportunity for the love to grow. And actually like work that I do within myself, like with meditation and therapy. I'm not in therapy right now, but I have in the past. Is just to like increase my own capacity for love. And I think that's a really good goal. I think maybe part of me would judge myself as a failure, but I've reframed the idea that capacity for love is something that it can be a practice to increase. It's not some inborn capacity that you either succeed or fail at. So anyway, I hope any of that is helpful to anyone ever. I just didn't want to, I wanted to get ready out here instead of in my bathroom because the heat was on, and like it just concentrated in the bathroom, just like blasting the heat. It's super hot and I didn't want to stand there. So I figured I would sit down and film it and everything. I like how my hair is looking, so ready to see clients and then hang out with my kids. I hope you're having such a great day. Subscribe if you like this, and I'll see you next time.